Hello YouTube, Red to Green here again with another recap. Today is February 17th, 2022. What a day, what a day. Traders are still trading. It's 3:20 p.m. right now Eastern and people are still trading. The market is so hot right now. The past 2 hours, past 3 hours has been crazy. We had ISPO, BRCC, ANGH, NVCT. Crazy moves. Do you guys see that stock, CPTN? How many halts up it went? It got to $80. Right now I see the first retracement after so many halts. This is crazy. This is the momentum we've been waiting for. And my PnL for today, not as much as I want it to be, unfortunately, but I'm happy just to settle down here. So I ended my day. And let me expand this. So I traded so many stocks that I cannot even fit them into my my window. This is insane. I'm gonna extend it so you guys can see the PnL, right? All right. This is pretty much the PnL of all the stocks I traded today. And this is crazy, like 11 stocks, and the highest gainer for me is NVCT, and I literally just ended trading about 40 minutes ago. It was popping. I felt like that was my price range, and there was a decent type of moves, right? I wasn't comfortable trading ISPO today. ISPO was insane, $100 stock. So okay, let's, I don't know where to start. There's so much going on, right? I'm actually excited. My blood was pumping. That volume, I haven't seen that volume since last year. This is insane. Like, it reminded me of that summer of 2021, like pre-summer of 2021. We had this volume, we had the pops. Like, I was watching 6 stocks at the same time. I did not know what to trade. It was very unexpected. You know, after being dead for so long, you know, we had this pop in volume, and stocks are still popping. I know traders are still trading. I'm looking at everybody right now here. Like, everybody's up crazy. This is going to be a great day for a lot of you. So hopefully you made it green. Hopefully you're up. You know, just capitalize, because these type of days, that's where you make money on. Okay? And I'm still learning, but I feel like if we have a day like this at least once a month, maybe even once every 2 months, we'll be fine, because we're going to be expecting this type of day, and we're just going to load up. You know, we're just going to load up and make it big, right? Because if you can make 10 grand today, if you can make 100 grand today, that could probably be spread out over 2 months of dead days, right? You're just not going to push it for the rest of the days when there's no volume. But as soon as you see this momentum, you know, we got to be strong. We got to get in. So that's the problem I had. I wasn't expecting it. And by the way, I shut my live stream down at around 140, 150 of PnL. I saw no movement. So it was kind of like unexpected for me. It's like, maybe I should trade. So I wasn't like I wasn't in my groove. I had that small share amount, you know, and just kind of start trading, and it was working. I was like, oh, momentum continued to accelerate. So I didn't load up. I was trading literally maybe 75 shares, 125 shares, 25 shares. So on ISPO, I was trading 25 shares. Okay. That was my trade. And let's go over ISPO. And that thing gave some good momentum at the open, settled down, right? And it's continued to move up. Imagine how many people got squeezed. But I talked to some of the short sellers in the chat, and they said there were no shares available to borrow. So a lot of people just didn't have anything to borrow. So hopefully it saved a lot of short bias sellers, short bias traders from getting squeezed. So yeah, today is insane. Today is a crazy day. You know, look at this. Look at the stock. It opened up at 12. It got into $100. This type of momentum, I miss it. I miss it. Like I said, I had goosebumps on my hands. Like, I was trading. I was like, blood rushing through my veins. She's like, oh my gosh, we're back in this and I'm trading, and it was crazy, crazy, crazy. Hopefully you guys capitalize. I know, can you guys tell it was crazy? I'm so like energized and so like, everything is going, just a lot of thoughts going through my head. Anyway, I don't want to focus on a lot of stock. I traded 11 stocks. I'm up $602. I want to just focus on ISPO, which I already went over. Nothing really to talk about. It's 600, 500% squeeze, right? You can see it for yourself. Can you expect that? No. Pullbacks were crazy. One thing for sure was 25 shares. I saw my PnL swings of $100. $3, $5 swings on that stock is nothing. It's normal. I was not going to increase my share size because that would just be too risky for me, and I think that's also the consequences of why my PnL is not that high. A lot of people are going to be profitable today. Just watch all the recaps, guys. It's going to be crazy. People are going to be posting their 100K PnLs. It's insane. Just don't FOMO in. Don't FOMO in tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be an easy fish catching. So be careful tomorrow. That's one thing I want to tell you guys. Be really, really careful tomorrow. Okay. Talked about ISPO. Let's talk about NVCT because that's the one I recently traded. NVCT. So it's not as crazy of a mover as ISPO, but what happened was that stock, it started popping, and it was popping on volume, and people got in because we saw that momentum in ISPO. People got into this stock also, and it was halted, and it continued to move up, and that's where I capitalized. Again, small share size. I was scalping the momentum. I was continue scalping, and I did give about $100 on this stock, and I gave it on this halt down here at 828, and I recovered it. I made my money back. Thankfully, there was a push out bounce of a VWAP. Doesn't happen a lot, especially when a halt down, but when it happens, just make sure you're there to capitalize. I got my money back, so I'm up over 200 on it, $250 so far, and I scalped it a little bit towards about 3 o'clock, and I was done with it. I told myself, like, you know what, it's getting a little choppy, it's getting a little rough, like a rough sea, and I just closed my trade station. I was done around 3 o'clock, but maybe a little earlier, and I'm happy. I don't want to push it. I don't want to FOMO. I don't want to, just do anything crazy. Like I did yesterday, trying to trade with 25 shares, on Netflix, and 10 shares of Tesla, and just giving $50 in Tesla in no time. So you right now on the flushes, you can give $600 that I gain in a matter of no time. It can be gone like this. So I'm not doing it. I'm happy. I'm just going to take it and leave it. That's what I'm going to do. The next stock is ANGH. ANGH was similar to NVCT, but ANGH, that was a rough one because it was actually flushing more than it was popping, if that makes sense, right? It was one of those stocks where you had to be quick, and I didn't realize that until late, right? And what I was hoping is like, okay, we got momentum, I'm just going to hold. And every time I held the shares, I was trading maybe 125 shares of this stock, it would flush. And like you would see 50-cent gain, and then you would see $1.50 flush. And I couldn't tolerate that stuff, I'm not buying those dips. I'm not scaling in, because the smart thing to do in this type of market would be to scale in. But I wish we had the future prediction that would happen, right? Everybody would have been millionaires by now, billionaires. So unfortunately we don't. So those flushes and how we react to them, that's what makes us a trader. And this stock was just giving those flushes that were taking me out. They were just more than I can handle. And that was a difficult stock for me to trade. It was actually took a lot of my energy. Over $200 on it. Pretty happy. So those are the three big stocks for me, and they kind of brought me over that 500 mark. And I just don't want to focus on anything else. I know BRCC, Bondman traded BRCC. That thing squeezed crazy. I tried it. I really tried to trade it. I tried it in that first pop, and I just couldn't. I couldn't capitalize. Like right here, I think that's where I was trading break of 18, and the spreads were high on it, and I just kind of left it alone. See, I stopped trading around 3. That's when the next pop happened, and then the next pop happened. You know, those squeezes, man, they're Bondman's favorite. You know, Bondman's going to be up crazy amount. I believe he's up over 70 grand. So crazy. Those are dangerous moves. ISPO, dangerous swings. You know, today is the crazy day. I take a more conservative approach. My approach is a lot more conservative, right? Obviously, my gains are not as high because of the conservative approach, but I feel like my PnL swings are also a little bit compact, meaning I can tolerate the swings, even though I'd rather take a long-term steps up, right, rather than take a jump or something, and that's what happens. You know, just it's approach. It's a mental approach. It's how you approach the trading. I'm sure you're in life very similar, right? Anyway, I'm not gonna talk about anything else. I just wanted to do this quick recap. I'm excited. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I feel like, you know, I have fever from all this blood pumping. You know, it's really hot in this room. I have like lights, computers. Like I feel like everything was just going. Energy was everywhere, and I wanted to stream during that trading, but I just didn't have time to set everything up, and I don't want to distract myself. So props to everyone who's trading this type of market while streaming. So anyway, guys, please hit thumbs up. Please subscribe if you like the recaps. If you like what I do here, it does help me a lot. We're growing slowly but surely, and let's see what tomorrow brings. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow bright and early.